Welcome, traders. Another live session. There was a sudden out of textbook manipulation on gold that you can see. There was a complete breakout to the upside to this resistance line, and from that level, the market has completely rejected. And I haven't seen any news to come up, but I think there might be something going on with the fundamental. Do you know the reason for this massive breakout and then rejection? I think it's just a regular manipulation for bigger move. This market is in a downtrend, and if you look at the 4-hour price action, we can see there is a potential for break of this support. There is a massive bearish possibility here, and this is a complete, if you look at, this is a bullish fair value gap, and which the market haven't tested yet, and therefore in this area there might be a completely entirely downtrending move possible here in that market. If you look at, this is a complete breakout, liquidity grab, and the market now forming an inverted U and breaking that low here. So this move that we can see, if you look at, it was a sudden breakout and the rejection back below. So as the market is approaching this key support level, if you guys look at, this is a very important support, and from that support you saw there was a manipulation and rejection back again. So that's a sign of the market might break this support and potentially to return again to the direction of the trend. So it's on the support level here, and it's a one single breakdown. Now from here, if you look at, this is the 1-hour market structure, and that's the price has tested this upper shadow, entirely rejected back below here. If you look at the 4-hour here, that you can see also big bear candle currently has opened in that area. From the daily, that you can see the market is maintaining that series of lower high, and from the weekly we can see the price potentially approaching this weekly low as the last day of trading week. There is a possibility for this support to be tested here. So with a doji here in this support, the price potentially to try to bounce off this level. And if you look at, guys, you see there was a multiple liquidity grab at the top and making this market potentially to be highly bearish in that direction. So looking at daily price action, the market is on the daily support. There is a possibility for a break of this support here, and so that might bring market well below, or we could see that the price to go ahead and retest the daily high. So current daily high is here, today's high. Are you going to see a downtrend? I think there is a significant, if you look at here, stronger liquidity grab with multiple manipulation can make the market to remain bearish here. If you look at the 5 minutes, it's forming a doji. Okay, so the market is maintaining this downtrend here so far. We'll be looking at entry as soon as we find suitable entry opportunity that we did like before in our previous session. Just let's begin the session here. And in the meantime, make sure guys you like this stream if you liked, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So before you look at the trade setup, two things. Risk management, very important when you are opening position. As you can see, the market sometime will do up and down without any reason. So that's the market moves. But the best way to trade is to wait for the right setup and then placing proper stop loss, taking the trade accordingly. Looks will go up from there. There is possible, but we can see there is a big manipulation here. The market might create a possible reversal back above, or you could see that downside breaking below. Because this is a very important support. There is if you look at here, it is a very unusual bounce and then unusual drop back again to this support. Now, from here, both we could see the break of support, or we might see again going back up to the resistance line. There's a very unusual manipulation back to the upside here. And don't you think the market will continue to drop? Or after break of this low, again another potential manipulation back to the upside? Still we see that continuation of this downtrend in this market. The sellers might hesitate in that level to sell further. But if the market had a stronger pressure, we might see that break of support. And if the market breaks this support here, where we are looking at, there is nothing here. It's a complete void and stronger There's a fair value gap here. It's a complete void, and breaking below might bring price to drop to this support here. As I mentioned, this is a there is a breakup support, and so the support is broken here, right, on the lower time frame. And from the daily, it has just overextended back below. So you're looking for selling entry. As I had earlier, one trade, it just had a big move and then straight bounce back up again for another liquidity grab. And it has broken the support, so I don't be looking to any buying at the moment. It might, if you look at, this is a very strong manipulation here, so that has given a clean momentum in the market, which is driving the price back below. Now from here, it has just overextended below this level. Now if the market create this manipulation as a false breakdown, moving back to the upside, can expect it to go back to the daily high. Do you think that the market is going to go back to daily high? Let me know in the live chat. What's your thought on that? The market is just having a initial bounce from this daily support level, and it's pretty volatile here at the moment. If we see that enough price action confirmation, the market changes the trend, we can look for bullish opportunity for short term, as this is an overextension from this manipulation leg before below, and it is possible to go back to the high. First, you want to see that here the market is really getting rejection with a multiple liquidity grab, ready for a potential bullish entry. So yes, if you are ready in the live chat, I would like to see how many members are ready with risk manager tool. With proper risk management is key, because the market can do anything. The market may do just clean manipulation and go back to again to the position or to the direction it is heading to. So because the market just overextended below the daily low, right, so this might be that the market to extend further below, or we could see another retest back to the upside. So here the market is lower time frame, creating a couple of bullish price action here in that area, and the market pretty volatile, so we will be putting little bigger stop loss here if we enter the bullish trade. At the moment it's overextended below, so we are not looking any until we see the trend change. It is still here creating price action that potentially to break below, but if it get rejected, we might see the price to cross at least 4064 level. All right, so that's gonna be a very good entry that we can look at if the market shows that pattern here. You want to see that getting stronger rejection from this level here. So it's still maintaining a smaller candlestick pattern. You want to see one more drop and then potentially to double bottom and getting that rejection back above here. And if we see the market has done that, rejected, then we are looking at that entry in this market. And we might be able to use a pending order if the market breaks above. Now, if the trend continues, we still can expect further downside here in that market. That's a pretty stronger drop that you can see. And so before it, if it wants to reverse, you want to see that form any kind of double bottom or from this level long wick rejection. That is where we can look at bigger win, bigger profit target. That's the key. Four-hour candle closing here, and welcome. I hope that you guys can see and hear. Stream is on now, and here is, as we discussed, there is a rejection from this lower price here on this area that you can see. And as with this rejection, if we look at that, the market, this is the daily low, and there is a possibility for now a rejection of this lower price here back above in that market. So if you look at here, 30 minutes price action and the lower time frame, there's a possible for a complete break above. So looking at the lower time frame, if we look at the 5 minutes candlestick pattern, we can see there is a potentially bullish price action formation in this area. So what we are looking at here, a break below. So if you look at that break coming below, we will be looking at bullish entry here for a bigger profit target. I'm ready for an entry. And if you look at, there is a potential reversal pattern that I'm expecting the market to break below again. And if we enter the buy, we will be keeping stop loss. This is a high volatile market. We need little wider stop loss here to 97 to 98 pip. It might still can continue to drop if the price still maintaining the downtrend here, but we'll see that what kind of market structure is forming. I think there is a possibility for this is 1 minute price action. You want to see that it potentially when the market will reverse, there is a pattern that it might follow a straight drop and then rejection back above. This is what we are looking at here at the moment, a straight drop down without proper pullback. And if you look at this 5 minutes level, this is the 5 minutes support, and with this 5 minutes support, this drop, there is a narrow order block here, and as soon as the market managed to drop back below, we'll be looking at bullish entry. This is the 5 minutes candle close as well. So there is a 1 hour candle close coming, and we can see that this is the 15 minutes candle close as well. There's one more 15 minutes candle, expecting the market to potentially react to that level here. And so with this doji here, look at, this is where the market is potentially creating a price action that might we want to see the price grabbing that enough liquidity from this support. So quite a few long wick candles if you look at here. I'm still not entering, but I'm looking at possible setup here. If the market reverse, I'm still not entering, just looking to see the potential risk reward here for an entry. So I'll be going to go long here with this setup. Stop loss at 4027. I'm long on this area with this setup. This market, this is a significantly overextension back below. It might come for a deeper pullback. There is a possibility for another retest. If it comes down for retest, we are on the trade. We will be holding on to that to see where the market is heading. So it's a reversal trade with only tight risk on it. So getting quite a few long week rejections. This is what I'm looking to see, that the market here prepared for a potential bounce back to the upside, and so it's on an order block here, right? So this is where looking at potential rejection of this lower price, and if you're successfully the market going crossing this zone for around 60 to 70 pip, we can move the stop loss at entry. But at the moment, for this move, we want to see the market is being able to return back again. And I think as the price on a key support level, this is a trend line that currently the price is respecting, we could see that possible bounce to this level. Welcome, and here is what we can see. The market has, if you look at, form another long wick here, and when you open a reversal trade, there might be some up and down gonna happen, and the market will create a lot of false breakdown or breakout before it finally move in one direction. So getting some rejection from this lower prices, what I'm waiting on to see that the market managed to break above to that level for another potential breakout. And so I would like to see how many members are running this trade with risk management, so that basically with proper lot sizing. TP here setting at 4064.13. So if the market reversed from here, this is where the previous manipulation high, there's a liquidity above this level and the market may straight go back up to peak that liquidity. I'm on the trade, guys. Are you on this? Also, I have shared in the premium group for those who are following. Keep in mind that the market is very highly volatile now at the moment due to the NFP and many other fundamentals. So make sure you're not missing your proper risk management setup, so that you don't take a trade opposite direction. So here is the market slowly building its momentum back to the upside, potentially to so there is a doji. So if the market reject from this lower price here, expecting to go back and break this previous liquidity zone. There is coming for potentially another test. And now it's time to see that if the market is getting the rejection, we should be able to see respecting this support or breaking that low and then to started to reverse again back. Got the job done. 4039. Well done, well done. This is what we see. There is a significant move at the moment in the market, and now this is the support that dropped well below to that level here, and still on the trade. That might be the last moment liquidity grab. We are out. Stop out. That's a very strong breakdown. The market structure is now that showing that bearish pattern that you can see, and that means there is a bearish trend continuation. Possibly complete change of trend here. From the daily, it's overextended back below, and so we are looking to see the market has managed to break the support. That if you look at the 4-hour here, candle close below, the market might now potentially to retest the weekly low here, which is the recent weekly low, and we can expect now the price to test the weekly low and then potentially to reject again back to the weekly open and close where the market opened earlier. So here it has maintained a very sharp downtrend that you can see. So there is a trend continuation pattern has formed, and it might now continue to go back to this weekly low here, 4025. Currently at 4025, we can look at 4000 level cross to the weekly low. As the market has, if we look at this, is a completely entirely a bearish price action. We will be looking at entry from key level of support after retest of this level, because it's now didn't reverse from the daily low, instead showing a stronger bearish price action. So therefore the market may continue to drop back below here. So multiple dojis here on the lower time frame. I'm looking at entry after break of this high here. You guys ready? So this is where, if the market breaks this high, got rejected back below, that is where the high probability setup. It might be forming possibly here a consolidation pattern, and that consolidation might break that price back to the upside and then to continue to drop down again to the support level. Okay, so here it's a one candle range. Now the volume dropped. Suddenly the market does this. You see that suddenly there will be a volume, and the market, the volume will drop at some point, and that's why the market move in a sideways. So once the price test this level before the, if you look at the before the candle close, you saw there was a stronger volume, and then suddenly the market candle closed, volume dropped, and again the market showing in a sideways mode. So it might try to break this high here again to this level, and then to continue to trend back down. $4017 below is order block. So from this support, it's now preparing for an upside, and that upside here will determine either this market after retest will be breaking below or continue to rise again. This is the 15 minutes candle closing with a very narrow doji that you can see, and that smaller candle close that you can see on the 15 minutes is important, because this is where you will see the price to potentially to test this and either to break out or continue to drop. Okay, this is where the market slowly getting potential rejection after a multiple liquidity sweep. With this 15 minutes candle close, that's a very interesting narrower in bar here on the support. Okay, so waiting for a potential rejection here, and then we'll be looking to sell, as first we want to see the market getting stronger rejection from this higher price. So here, looking at, if you look at, the market has managed to bounce back above here, which is from the 30 minutes perspective that you can see there is a rejection. If you look at the 15 minutes, and okay, I'm looking at sell opportunity here, as the market is, there is a significant rejection of this higher price. To look at the market to trend potentially to the major direction here, that's a complete breakout from this high here. And looking at how the market structure is creating that pattern. What kind of possibility you can see here? The market is having some rejection from this higher price, and at the same time the price is respecting this trend line here. With this trend line that it has created, but you could see the market to break the trend line and then to trend back again below. This is one possibility of this move. It's a highly falling market, and so if you look at this trend line, is being the market is trying to respect the trend line. If that's the case, if this 15-minute candle coming down and crossing that low back below, we might see that potential trend continuation. Okay, so I think there is still possibility for the market to continue to the direction of the major trend, though we see some kind of turn here. And thirty minutes price action, there is a pin bar formed at the support level. Now I'd like to see that if this is potentially a reversal. Test the 20 MA. The market from the daily support, it's having from this, after retest of this daily support, the price trying to bounce back up here. So from the 4 hour that you can see, there is a initial rejection here. So the moment I would like to see how the market is creating the structure. We're gonna see the market has reached the cap here on the 30 minutes. This is where price action has shown big bounce back up. Now to remain bearish here, we want to see that the market is dropping well below, and this breakdown that we can see now on the lower time frame could be returning to the direction of the trend, or it could be that market is grabbing liquidity, but the trend continuation is always expected. So if you look at the 15 minutes, that you can see the market has tested key resistance line. Now the market will always positive, so that's why following a trend is very important. If you look at that will always show you the direction, the market, always follow the direction of the trend. That's the key here. If you look at this price section that we are seeing here, 5 minutes candle close with a big doji, and that 5 minutes price section that you can see also a rejection from this higher price. So this is another narrower doji is being formed. If I look at the 15 minutes and the 5-minute chart here, now this can act as a reversal pattern forming an inverted head and shoulder. It can also act as a continuation pattern after multiple liquidity gap coming back down. So we'll see that which one potentially to play out. So far the price action getting rejection from this higher price here. The only thing is that the market trends a very smaller time. That means 30% of the time the market trend, 70% of the time the market, more often you see that it ranges. So, and that's why when the market ranges is basically prepare for liquidity gain, prepare for another move. So major trend is the key here. So if you look at here, you can see the market, the major trend here is in that direction. So even the market in a very low, we are still looking to see potential trend continuation. The way the market structure is forming is a possibility for trend continuation. In that case, we could see boom back below to this support again, unless the market changes the trend. We'll see with proper risk. But here, if you look at this, you see this green candle, there's an imbalance, there's a fair value gap here, and that fair value gap we could see the market to come to fill, and that will bring that market again back below to the support level. So you can see back to back to 5 minutes bearish candle being formed. If the market reverse, looking at the weekly low here, resistance is key here that you can see on this downtrend, and the market is now breaking that low potentially to the direction of the trend. So here is where you can see the market is maintaining that downtrend. We look at the 1 hour price action and the 4 hour that you can see. And the 4 hour market structure from this support having some rejection, but this is a, if you look at the previous 4 hour candle was a big bear candle, and that market is showing that potential trend continuation. If we see the price is getting rejection here, there is a fair value gap here. Okay, so this is a bullish fair value gap in that area, and that bullish fair value gap could come and fill that zone here. So far here it's showing that possibility to break below, and there is a head and shoulder that you can see here formed. Head, left shoulder, right shoulder. So it should be breaking that low, but it may still can go up for a change of trend, but we are looking at here to see that downtrending move in that market. I think it's setting for further downside here. And in that case, we're looking at 4017 or below. The trend is still down here, and see there's a 15-minute candle closing with a big bearish rejection from this higher price, and that potentially to break the low here as the trend continuation pattern. But as I mentioned, here you need to wait for the full break below. That's why I'm not entering, because the market is still on the lower time frame, showing is still possible some range bound movement. Here it's getting some rejection from the higher price and also from the lower price. This break of support can bring that market back below to this to create a new lower low. As the market overextended here from this move back above, expecting to overextend down back below here. Welcome traders, and I hope that you're enjoying the live session. Make sure you like this stream and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press the notification bell. Yeah, there was a, this is what we had, a 3 big winner yesterday, and that's what we are looking at, bigger win. That's what the key here. Okay, so we need to look at the bigger win and then keeping the risk low, trading with the trend. That's where the best outcome comes in play. Now we see there is some kind of rejection showing up. The market might find it hard to break this low because of the higher liquidity. The volume is there is a volume in the market at the moment that you can see, so that higher volume might push that price below this fair value gap. So there is another fair value gap that you can see here up to 4,000 level, which is the weekly low. And once the market managed to drop to this weekly low, that means to retest that fair value gap, we might see that reversal. But before the reversal, the market is still maintaining that downtrend. From the daily, so far there has been significant move back below, and the possibility here to continue to trend down is higher as the last day of trading week. So what we could see as the market is approaching this weekly low, but I think the market, because there is a, if you look at this, is an imbalance in the market. As the market approaching this support, the price may eventually come down here to retest that, and then with the weekly, new weekly opening, we might see that shooting back above here. So before the weekly close, we may see another test of this weekly low here, and in that case we see bearish price action the moment here. So the market may eventually continue to drop throughout the NY session, and then we might see that sudden drop, retesting the low, and then reverse back. If from this weekly low, once the market reverse, if you look at, this is the weekly low here, or even before coming here from 4,000, we might see that rejection, and that rejection we'll try to catch a reversal trade here that might take that market again well above to the weekly high. So we could see downtrend now, and I'm looking at potential reversal trade from the weekly low for a bigger move back to the upside here. And once the market managed to retest that low, a very high chance that we might see a big move back to the upside to the weekly high. So far the market trend is down, and we see that there is volume in the market. We're occasionally getting some rejection from this support. Alright guys, so last day of trading week is very good day for trading, as I make most of my trading during this high volatile period. So as we are almost nearing to the end of this first session, we're coming up on NY session. We had incredibly 3 big trade yesterday, and today also I'm looking at, as NY session gonna be again another big volatile session potentially coming up, and we'll be trading there as well after a short break, just 3 hours time, and we'll be coming on live. We'll see you there again guys, trading live. Until that, stay well, stay happy.